Hello, everyone. This is TwinTalk Podcast. Music written and produced by Leo DeKine. My name's Troy. Next to me is my brother Andrew, and this is the TwinTalk Podcast. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to TwinTalk Podcast. This is Troy, and this is Andrew. Sorry that we haven't been on for a while, but we were recovering from cataract surgery, so we're excited to have a longtime friend, the GOAT of Palo Soccer, that's what I think,
Oh
and a
man.
comedian, Scott Goyette. Scott Goyette, yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on. Wow, that's a build up. Hopefully I can live up to that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've known each other for a chunk of time, haven't we?
yeah, we have.
Yeah. Started with power soccer. Wow, way back in like 2010-ish,
Yeah,
something like
me
that.
and you
Yeah.
talking trash to each other.
Yeah, that was my favorite part about it.
Yeah,
Always tell you that your shoes are untied.
yeah,
Um, yeah, no, those are some great memories. And you guys are fierce competitors.
yes,
I had trouble keeping up with that, but yeah, that's how it all started
yeah,
back in the day. Yep. Um, and now look where you guys are. Um, Still going to nationals and doing all that stuff. And
yep.
I've decided to veer off into comedy, which is a bit of an unexpected journey, but it's been amazing. So thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you're welcome. We're glad to have you
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Do you want a little bit more about my history or
Just give
yeah,
like a little background.
sure.
That's
Yeah, sure. So, I have been disabled since birth. I have CP,
mhm.
which is a injury that affects motor function. So I was basically injured on like the first day of my life.
Yeah,
But I wasn't supposed to survive 24 hours, and here we are. Um, I'm not gonna say how old I am. I'm
yeah,
pretty old. I'm like your dad old. I think your dad and I are only a couple months apart.
yeah.
So,
I don't have to say the age.
okay, yeah. There's some cave drawings of my high school graduation.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. But yeah. So I'm lucky to be alive, and I live in Burlington, Vermont. When I growing up, my dad was a fighter pilot, and so we moved around a lot when I
yep,
was young. But Vermont is where we're based out of, and I'm still here in Burlington. Um, went to college in Florida, um, and grew up in an athletic family. And but I never really had an opportunity to play sports until power soccer came along. And it came
yeah,
along later in life, and I got involved with that. And I was like, wow, this is the coolest thing ever. Just for the trash talking part,
yeah,
which I basically learned from you guys. But no, it was awesome to be part of that, and I did that for like a little over 10 years, and then the opportunity to do comedy came up, and here we are.
yeah. So yeah, I think of you as one of the persons that started Palo Soccer and got it to where it is right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
So
thank
me
you
and
for that.
Andrew you really inspired us playing Palo Soccer, and
Oh
we just
wow. Thank
love
you.
seeing you and hanging out with you guys and just being around the team. Yeah. I
Oh, thank you.
remember.
Well, it was fun, man. I mean, I love to play, but and the object is to play and to win the game. But I like you. I really dug just being around people, having a chance to compete, and we were out there competing. But it was also the friendships that formed out of that,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was kind of. I mean, I enjoyed playing, but one of the things I did really enjoy was like getting more people involved
Yes.
so they could have that experience because, as you know, power soccer is a very unique opportunity for people that use power chairs. It's the only competitive team sport that's
Yeah.
really available to us. So to have access to that, like I said, growing up in a sports family, I was always sitting in the stands with my dad,
Yep.
watching my brothers play hockey or do whatever, and never got a chance to really tap into that. And then discovered power soccer and had an opportunity to really explore my athletic side, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was really cool. But being able to bring people into it that hadn't done it before and seeing them have that experience, that was one of the coolest parts about it. Seeing
Yeah.
them realize, wow, I can do this and this is real. And yeah, so um, I was happy to be part of that process.
Yeah,
So
that's how me and Troy see it now. I I love playing for competitiveness, but I like seeing smiles on the young athletes' faces and
yeah,
just inspiring others to play a competitive sport and do what they want in life.
yeah, it's amazing. Can I tell? Can I tell? Well, so I've got a lot of fond memories of playing soccer, particularly playing against you folks
Yeah,
in the Massachusetts team. But I have one famous story that I tell about you guys
go
specifically.
ahead. Yeah,
Can I share that?
yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
So we were playing. I think it was a tournament in New Hampshire, right? And I
Yeah,
had lady friend come down with me. She was helping me out for the day, and we played you guys.
yeah.
And and this is back when you both had like the really curly hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big, thick, black curly hair. At
Yeah.
least that's what I remember anyway. Um, and at the end of the match, she was like, "Wow, that kid with the black curly hair, he was everywhere on the court. He
Yeah.
was everywhere." And I had to explain, like, yeah, there's actually two of them. They're twins. She thought it was one. She thought you were one person,
Ah,
and you were just everywhere.
that's
And
funny.
I tell that story to this day. I think it's so funny.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, it was always fun playing against you guys, for sure.
and then now seeing you doing in a different journey of being a comedian, that's pretty cool. I was listening to
Yeah.
I was listening to some of your material the other day. I
Oh
got a couple
yeah.
laughs.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really kind of an unexpected journey. I had if I can just tell the origin story of that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um, yeah. So 2022, I had been
Hmm.
pretty sick, and I'd been in the hospital with some kind of serious stuff that was
Yeah.
sort of life threatening,
Yep.
and it kind of was a moment when I got out of that and I was fine. But when I got out of the hospital, it was kind of a kind of wake up moment, like I got to start, living my life, maybe
Hmm.
doing some things that are on my bucket list. And some of my friends had encouraged me to get involved in comedy, and they were suggesting I maybe take some classes. And right around that time, there's a local comedy club called the Vermont Comedy Club that's actually gained some national recognition because it's just known as one of the more diverse
Yeah.
comedy clubs in the industry, like
Hmm.
in terms of the opportunities that they create. They're very focused, both Natalie Miller and Nathan Hartswick, the owners,
Yeah.
are very concentrated, are very focused on making sure that everybody's represented in terms of the
Yeah.
comedians, so people from different walks of life, if you will.
Yeah.
Um, and not every comedy club is like that. Um, but anyway, they have an annual contest called the Vermont's Funniest Comedian Contest. And I decided, for whatever silly reason, that I was just going to do the contest. And like it was a couple months away when I decided that. Because I thought it would give me something to shoot for. And I'd, have something, how competitive I am or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm just going to do that. And it'll be a cool experience. And I can cross it off my bucket list. So one of my friends that's a comedian said, okay, you have to do this many minutes. So you have to have this many jokes. So I just kind of put something together and I went and did the contest and I made it to the final.
Huh.
Um, and so that was a really just kind of out of body experience because I was like really, really nervous and did it and coming off stage and people were like, "Oh, how long have you been doing this?" And that was great and all this stuff. And I'm like, about 5 minutes. But no, it was, and it changed. And then as I was leaving, Natalie, the owner, was like, "You have to keep doing this." So, and it's changed my life. I never saw this, this thing coming, and it's been great. It's been just an amazing experience, an amazing way to reach people, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
So,
it's pretty inspiring. Um, I like seeing when disabled people like to live their dreams and go out and get things done. Like you, you probably weren't even expecting to win that, and you did.
no, I didn't win. I want to be clear.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know. I made it to the final.
Finals, what
I
made it to
was in
finals?
the,
Okay.
so there, I'm sorry, let's clarify that.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. So there was like 60 comedians, and the final round, there was rounds. There was like a preliminary round, a semifinal, and then a
yeah.
final. And the final was 10 people, and I made it into the top 10.
Oh, okay.
So
So
my
yeah,
first time.
well, still,
That was
that's
2022.
yeah,
So
that's cool to see.
yeah, it was scary, but it's definitely changed my life. So, and it's a really, really cool community of people. Just like Power Soccer has a cool community of people, the Vermont comedy scene is amazing, and just in terms of how supportive it is. And a lot of other places are apparently very competitive and very people out for themselves, but Vermont's kind of a different animal.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So,
yeah, so what's the best part of being a disabled comedian?
um, the parking.
Yeah.
Um, no, sorry, that was a bad joke. One that don't quit my day job. Um, no, I don't. It's interesting, because um, I guess ultimately I just want to be recognized as a comedian.
Yeah, not a
Not necessarily a disabled
disabled
comedian.
comedian. Yeah.
But I mean, although I will say that the majority of my material is about my disability, and the reason I do that is because you know, um, I I hope through, and I tell jokes about my situation. In fact, a lot of the jokes I used in that contest, that first contest.
Hmm.
So I've been injured since I was, an infant, and like I'm sure you're familiar. Um, I have people that come in and help me out to get through the day. I have to do
Yeah.
my personal care, and I know that you guys know about that.
Yeah.
Um, and
So yeah, I know the
yeah,
caregiving and all that is the biggest part of
right.
being able to do what we can do.
A- Absolutely. So, just as it relates to my jokes, so when people come in and help me out and do all these personal things that we need to have done, I've always tried to keep people entertained, because I want to put them at ease, and also I want them to come back and keep doing it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so a lot of even though doing the contest and doing the comedy thing that was my first time, a lot of the jokes I used were jokes I had been telling for years to make people feel comfortable. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So they weren't necessarily all like brand new jokes. They were
Yeah.
jokes I had been telling for years. So, so yeah. So I think that's part of why it was kind of comfortable for me, because I'd been doing that for a while. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
It's like when me and Troy and Mark are joking around in the apartment and we joke about our disability and our PCAs are like surprised and like what we're joking about. And we're like, it doesn't even bother us.
right. Well, and that's the whole point of when I'm up there doing my set, I talk about things like the care process, but I
Yeah,
also
yeah,
talk about working and dating and
yeah.
all these things that sometimes people they have these weird concepts about that. Oh, we don't date, or
Hmm.
we don't go to work, or we don't.
We
So
don't do anything.
I specifically talk about those things as a way of entertaining them, but also educating them. you know? So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
my hope is that not only are people entertained by what I've said, but at the end of it, they maybe have a better understanding about what it means to be in this situation. And so then they realize that I'm just a regular person, you know?
yeah,
And that when they go to deal with somebody else that's in our circumstance, maybe they'll be more open to that
yeah.
person.
And they know what they're dealing with.
Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. It
That's
makes
kind of
a lot of
that's the
sense.
juice I get out of it.
Yeah, that's it's a really good point, and a lot of people do think that we all can't do things, but we can. We just have to do it in a different
Absolutely.
way.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's our friend Nate Basayo, fellow Vermont Charger. That's one of the things
Yeah,
he always says is it's not about not being able to do stuff, you just have to do it differently,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know? Yep, for sure. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been kind of a wild ride, but I'm just enjoying every moment for however far. I don't want to take it as far as I can,
mm-hmm.
but we're taking it one step at a time.
Good,
How am I doing? Am I
good,
passing
good.
the test?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're doing fine.
Mhm. Okay.
This is all good to have in the podcast too. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So you really answered my question about writing your material. So you do write your material a lot about your disability and personal things that happen in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And to you think one of your questions was like, what's the process?
Yeah,
So as a comedian, um, you do try to constantly write because you do have to be incorporating new material.
yeah,
There's kind of a mixture of like jokes you know will work that get a laugh every time, and then you work like new material in.
yeah.
Kind of like a musician that would have their classic hits and
Mm-hmm.
then some new songs. It's a little bit like that, but with as a comedian, you really have to be staying fresh and writing new material. So it's a matter of like, I have a voice dictation thing, and if I think of something funny, I'll, dictate it
Yeah,
into the thing and do that. That's kind of how I track stuff. And then big part of being a comedian is going to open mics, and that's kind of our equivalent of going to the gym. And those are where anybody can go to those and you try your new material and see if they
yeah.
throw things at you or if they laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, and like do you feel a responsibility to educate the audience about disability and just being disabled?
Um, like I said, I do um hope that that's something they get out of it
Yeah, yeah.
through my humor. Yeah, because I'm up there having fun and I'm making some money as a local comedian. It's not like I have a Netflix special yet, but I'm working on it. Um, but
Hopefully in the future.
definitely, yeah, you guys will be in the front row.
Yeah.
That's my commitment. You have it here on if it happens. Um, or when it happens, we'll say when. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I hope happens out of my process is, like I said, that people have a better understanding of what it means to be in my situation and to be disabled, and that hopefully it's, demystified a little bit and they're more comfortable. Because so many
Mm.
people, in my humor, I answer a lot of the questions that are on people's minds. People want to know
Yeah.
how I wound up in a chair. That's the question. That's the kind of elephant in the room. So I talk about that stuff. So yeah, so hopefully when they deal with other people that are in our circumstance, they're more open and have a better understanding and, you know.
Yeah. What 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 what's the funniest question or reaction you've gotten from your audience?
Okay, okay. Honestly, okay. I had this one really drunk guy come up to me after a show.
Yeah.
I mean, he was so drunk I could have beat him in a foot race. That's that's how drunk he was. But um, and I was actually, my chair. I have an iBot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was up in balance mode, and I was
Yeah.
really worried he was gonna like knock me over.
Tip over. Yeah.
But he came up and he was like, could I ask you a question? And I'm like, okay. He goes, and a bunch of my comedian friends were in the background. They were just waiting to see what he was going to say. And he's like, do you ever take a shit? And I was like, only on Tuesdays. Tuesdays is my day to poop.
Hey, honey.
And they all like fell over laughing. So that's probably, I think I just made a snorting noise. Sorry about that. You can
Okay,
edit
fine.
that out, right?
Yeah,
Um,
I can edit everything.
okay. You can also put words in my mouth if you want to.
Okay,
Um, do the AI, Scott.
for real.
Um,
The AI stuff scares me.
isn't that crazy? That
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking video? Oh my God.
Okay.
It's
It's
crazy.
getting out of hand.
It's getting out of hand. It really
It is.
is. Yeah.
Have you ever had a joke about your disability that didn't go well?
I hear there's a couple that get groans. I think they're funny.
Yeah,
Again, I mean, I'm not trying to totally disparage my situation. I'm just trying to make light of it,
yeah.
right? So, um, I have this one joke. I don't use it all the time. It depends. So, like, you have to really like. They say read the room, read your
Mm-hmm.
audience. Like, if I'm at a bar and it's like, a bunch of people that are just drinking heavily and it's a bar and it's
Yeah.
younger folks, that might be a little bit more edgy. But
Mm-hmm.
like in a week I have to go do a fundraiser, and that's for a different crowd. So I'm gonna take like some of the material out, because some of the
Yeah.
material is like about dating and it's all that stuff. But there's one joke I talk about, um this woman that used to work for me, or lady friend that came over, um, and we're about to have dinner, and she's looking in my freezer, and she goes, "Broccoli, my favorite vegetable." And I was like, "Hey, wait a minute. I thought I was your favorite vegetable."
Yeah.
And that usually gets like a groan from the. I think it's funny, but
Yeah.
I think it's a
I think it's
groan
funny
from the
too.
crowd.
Yeah, I think it's the jokes that we have about disabled community. I think able-bodied people sometimes don't get.
Yeah, well, I think they feel like we're pieces of glass and they have to
Yeah,
be,
yeah, that
they
we
have to
don't have.
walk on eggshells around us.
Yeah, we don't
And
have personalities.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird. But that's why it's important to be out there,
Hmm.
and talking about this stuff. So,
Yeah, and that's why me and Andrew started this podcast to
yeah,
show
I'm so psyched
people
you
that
did.
we're just we're disabled. It's just a part. It's an accessory that we gotta live with every day. Being in a wheelchair it has nothing to
Right.
do with um what we do and how we live our life as human
X
beings.
100%. I mean, it's like, how many people wear glasses? Think of all the people that wear glasses,
Yeah,
right? And that's a limitation. That's
yeah.
something that people have to adapt to, right? It's a
Hmm.
limitation they have to deal with. But that doesn't define who the person
Yeah,
is, because
everybody
they have to
has
wear glasses.
some sort of limitation.
Right,
Yep.
exactly. So yeah, this is awesome that you guys are doing this for sure.
Yeah, like it's just sometimes when we go out, my dad he'll like I forget we were at a charity event and there was some
Hmm.
people there that volunteered that aren't they they're not really around disability. So my
Right.
dad goes, Troy Andrew, if you don't behave, you're walking home. And they looked at him like, well,
How could
they
you
didn't know if
say
they should
that?
have
Right.
laughed. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, don't worry. They laugh at my jokes all the time." And he made the ladies think they didn't know what to do. Their reaction was like
That's
horrible.
funny. That's funny. I can see your dad doing that too.
Yeah,
He's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Uh yeah, people are interesting.
yeah.
Um
I think just making light of our everyday lives, just living with disability. It's I think that's the best medicine for anyone.
abs absolutely. Laughter is the best medicine,
Yeah, and
for
me and
sure.
Andrew we don't really like using the word disability. We
I don't
we we
either.
like we like taking we take the dis out of it and just use the word ability. There's just a
Yeah, there you
different
go.
ability.
Different ability. Yep, that's one way to do it. You know what I do, and this is just me, everybody's got their different thing, right? But
Hmm.
I refer to it as my situation.
Yeah.
We're all in different situations. This just happens to be mine. And I use that just because it's such a common word, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's just how I've rolled with it. I remember when I was really young, we went to there used to be a baseball team up in Montreal, the Montreal Expos. I don't know
Yes.
if you guys
Yes.
have ever heard of them,
No, I've heard of
but
him.
but we used to go to games up there,
Hmm.
and my dad took me to the locker room or by the locker rooms. I was like 9 years old to meet one of the pitchers, this guy named Bill Spaceman Lee, kind of a crazy dude, but
Yeah.
anyway, good pitcher. But he comes out and he kneels down and he goes, "Hey man, what's wrong with you?" And I looked at him and I went, "Nothing, Bill. What's wrong with you?" You know, it's the way people are. But
Yeah.
yeah,
They don't. They. I don't know why that happens to people when they go up to someone that has a situation or where they're disabled. It's and they just freeze. They don't know what to say. They just say random things.
yeah. One of my friends that I've met through comedy, I think one of the questions you're going to ask me is, "Do I know other disabled comics?" I'm sorry, I don't mean to. We can re-edit that if you want to.
No,
Um,
you're fine.
but so one of the people that really spurred me to continue, she was involved in that first contest. Is
Yeah.
a woman named Tina Frimmel, and she is from Vermont. She also has CP, but she's blown up. She's been like on Jimmy Fallon twice,
Hmm.
and she tours nationally. So it's somebody your viewers should definitely check out.
Yeah.
Again, her name is Tina Frimmel, um, and but she was there that night that I was competing in the finals, and she came backstage and said, "You got to keep doing this" and all that stuff, which was a huge compliment.
Yeah.
Um, but but she has this joke where she goes, "Because of my disability, people don't know what to say,
Yeah.
but that doesn't stop them. But that doesn't stop them from saying something."
Yeah.
So it's so true.
It
It's
is
so
true.
true. I was at the gym. I was at the gym a while back, and I was going by a guy that was on the leg press, and he looked over at me. And he wasn't saying it to be funny. I just think he didn't know what to say. He was like, "Don't you hate leg day?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
every day, dude."
Yeah.
But no, but it's then people mean well. We just got to kind of
Yeah. They
roll with
mean
it.
well. They just don't know how to say it
Yeah.
without sounding rude. But we don't take it personal. Yeah.
No,
We
you
had
have
a
to.
couple times. Like I remember one day I think we were at one of our clinical appointments, and a
Mm-hmm.
lady walked by and saw me, Troy, in our college days, and said, "That must be fun. All you need is a ball and a frisbee."
Ball in a free. Oh, what?
And
Okay,
yeah, and me,
that's
my dad,
that's
and us are like, "Well,
that's
what
a
was that
little
supposed to
weird.
mean?" We
Uh,
laughed about it. We laughed about it and laughed about it.
that's funny. Now you guys got to do an AI video. You guys should do
Yeah,
an AI video with you like
yeah,
chasing frisbees or
yeah,
something. That
yeah.
would be
Mm,
that'd be funny.
yeah, those
Yeah,
those are
people
funny.
are interesting. I think you do just have to roll with it. The thing that kind of tweaks me a little bit sometimes is when people talk to you like you're a kid,
Oh
like
yeah,
you're a
yeah.
little kid,
Oh,
or and
tell me about that.
like it sounds funny, like when people call you buddy. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
have ever dealt with this, but hey, buddy, how's it going? And it's not like a friend saying buddy to you. It's a different
yeah.
kind of vibe
It's
to
like
it.
when
So
people.
that's always tweaked me a little bit. So in the summertime I play bocce. Do you guys know what bocce
Yeah,
is?
yeah,
Right. So Burlington has some really cool professional outdoor courts, and I
yeah,
use the regular size. I play as part of the club,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I was playing in a tournament, and the guy I was playing, older guy, in between shots, he would pat me on the head. He'd pat me, And he did it like twice. After he did it the second time, I was like, look,
Stop.
dude, I'll make you a deal. You don't pat me on the head, and I won't punch you in the nuts. And he went home with an ice pack. So, no. But yeah, people are just silly that way, man.
Yeah, they
People
are.
are silly.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it gets me aggravated. Like people do it to us. They like talk extra loud,
Oh,
and I'm
right,
thinking
like
in
you're
my
going,
head,
like
like,
you can't hear, yeah.
yeah, and I'm thinking in
Oh.
my head, like, oh, lady, um, I can take shots of whiskey. I ain't five.
Or I was down at this same dude that patted me on the head. I was down at the bocce courts with the woman I was dating at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and the same dude asked her what agency she worked for.
Yeah,
I was like, "How'd you know she's an escort?"
yeah,
That's a joke.
yeah,
That's a joke. That's a joke. But yeah, people are silly. Or they
yeah.
ever do
So,
the thing where they'll talk to the person that you're there with, but not you, and ask you questions about you, and
mm-hmm.
you're right there. Have you ever had that happen? That's always fun.
Yeah. So,
Anyway,
do you
what
feel
else we
like
got?
the comedy world is becoming more inclusive of disabled performances?
Yeah, I mean, particularly here in Vermont, they really make an effort, you know. Um, I will say that as a disabled comedian, I've had to adapt
Yeah,
to um, what the venue is like,
yeah,
because I can't always get on the stage.
yeah. That was a question I was gonna have too. Yeah, it's probably tough when it comes to the venues because a lot of the venues are old.
You're right. I mean, so as it relates to that, what's cool is I have a chair that climbs up and down stairs.
Yeah.
So as long as the stairs are the right dimensions, I
Mm-hmm.
can do that, which I've been able to take gigs at places with stairs, but
Yeah.
I just did a gig where the stairs weren't going to work. Um, and it was in a big ballroom, and I had to perform in front of the stage instead,
Yeah.
which we made work. I mean, it wasn't like under the lights, but
Mm-hmm.
we made it work.
Yeah.
And the Vermont Comedy Club is completely accessible. They, have a ramp and all that stuff, and so they're like, I could not have had a better situation happen, and they're only like 2 miles from my house, so it's really easy to get to, and it's local, but they also have connections to national acts and
Yeah.
stuff. So, and that's my next step. I want to be able to perform like in bigger venues, like
Yep.
down in Boston and New
Mm-hmm.
York. If you guys are okay with me going to New York, I won't
Yeah.
wear the hat. I'll have to wear a different hat probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the next step, hopefully.
Yeah. Do you have any like favorite comedians that you like or listen to for
Oh, sure, yeah. Um,
inspiration?
well, I like I like kind of drier, like um you don't know what's coming kind of
Yeah.
thing. So
Mm-hmm.
Mitch Hedberg, who's unfortunately not with us anymore. I like Jim McGaffigan, who was just here in Burlington. Um, he's kind of a cleaner comic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else. There's a new guy coming up that I really like. He's been doing the Daily Show a lot. Josh Johnson. And what's really cool about Josh is he writes new material constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
when they're training you to be a comic, they basically say, like particularly as you're coming up, like you have your good stuff, like your solid like 15 to 20 minutes worth of material.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's generally when you're coming up. Those are about the length of time that you'll perform, anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes. And you'll be on a show with a bunch of other people. And so you have to have like what they call a tight 15 that are jokes that you know how to deliver. But what's amazing about Josh Johnson is he's just a great storyteller, and he's constantly writing new material. Everything he does is new, which I'm just blown away by. So
Yeah.
those are some of my favorites. How about you guys? This is not. Be careful how you answer this.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
What I'm gonna say is you're my favorite comedian.
No, but say who else do you like?
um, I'm more into the newer like people.
Right.
I really like uh Kevin Hart. He's pretty funny,
Yes. Yep.
and
Yeah.
I who else is the guy from what's his name? He's from this area. I
He's from
forget
Massachusetts.
who's it? Yeah, Barr, Bill,
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr. Yeah,
I love Bill Burr.
yeah,
Love
Bill
Bill
Burr.
Burr.
He's funny.
Yeah. He's just got such a like dry, like what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah,
Sense of humor. Yeah, he's great. Um, and as a bald guy, I try to mirror my fashion after Bill Burr. That's yeah. But
and I gotta say, um, my dad's a pretty funny comedian.
he is. He is. I remember like one of the first times we played you, I think was in like remember Sudbury, Mass, those games
Yeah,
in Sudbury, Mass, and um I remember like I was kicking it in and your dad was sitting in the stands. He was talking all kinds of we were going back and forth. That was the first time we'd ever met. And we were
yeah,
just like talking flack back and forth to each other. And it was he had me laughing right as I was about to kick it.
yeah,
So yeah, he's a character for
yeah,
sure. I still think I could take him though.
yeah.
And
I gotta tell him
I
that.
know he's got all that MMA jiu-jitsu stuff, but I think in the right lighting I could take him. Yeah. You can edit that part out if you want.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear this.
There you go.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
your dad's a great guy.
yeah, he is.
Yeah, he really is.
He was excited for us to do this podcast. He can't wait to listen to it.
Yeah, did he have any questions specifically they said you had to ask me?
No, but
Uh-huh.
he 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 said he can't wait to watch it.
Cool.
Oh.
He just did a PBS thing, right?
Yeah, it was stories on stage.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we got to sit in at the studio when he recorded it. So it was
And
like
where was that?
uh WGBH, the
Okay,
studio in
wow,
Boston.
okay, yeah.
So like
The big PBS.
we were right in the studio. So where
Oh,
they record the
cool.
shows. So
Uh-huh.
they did it. It was all live set, cut action,
Awesome.
all that.
Cool.
Yeah, so
Very
he
cool.
had a good time with that.
Can I watch it
Yeah.
online? Is it
Yeah,
still?
it should be it's on Facebook. You can
Okay.
it's on his Facebook.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can hear his story.
Awesome. And your brother is becoming like a big film person,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's in Syracuse.
Right. Right on.
He's he's been working on a bunch of video stuff. He just
That's
he
cool.
came home for the weekend. He's making like a little short documentary on me and Andrew for his
Oh,
project.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Is it going to cover your podcast?
Yeah, we're probably gonna have him on it when it's done.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool. Awesome.
Have you found that your disability is giving you a unique perspective on life in comedy?
Yeah, I would have to say so. Yeah, I mean, again, like we said, most of my set is about living in my circumstance.
Yeah.
Um, and I try to see the funny side of it. I think, one time, because I mentioned earlier, I don't know if it was part of what we recorded, but I grew up in a athletic family,
Yeah.
right? And certainly if my injury hadn't happened, I probably would have followed in the footsteps of, my brothers and my other siblings that
Hmm.
were did sports and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that being in this situation has given me a different perspective. I want to make sure I say this right. Like, I don't know, just appreciative of what I have,
Mm-hmm.
and humble about what I have. I
Mm-hmm.
think I think if I had not been in this situation, I might not have been that way. I might have, I don't know, not been as appreciative of,
Yeah, of life and stuff.
life. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, it makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. It's the same with us. I don't know if I was if I wasn't disabled. I don't know if I would be like what I am right now.
Right.
You never know.
Right.
Like I just think I take life more like right now is I'm 30 with Duchenne, so that's it. I
Right.
doctors told us that we would probably only live up to 18. I'm 30 years old now, so I look at life in a different perspective now. I
Yeah.
live my life to the fullest and just love having the family around and
Yeah.
just live every day. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. That's important for everybody to understand. They got to live every day because nothing's guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
Nothing's guaranteed. And um, if I could say this, I mean, you know, your family is just so incredible, and the drive that your dad has, and the love that he has for the two of you and your entire family, and just the outlook that you guys have in terms of, your positive outlook and
Hmm.
your drive to like do stuff. I mean, that's probably what's carried you to this point, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
because you're
That's my
surrounded by
life.
all
Yeah.
of that. And that's, it's all about having the right attitude and um yeah. And so you guys are just, I have such admiration for that and your whole family.
Hmm.
Um and yeah, and for me, what's interesting is um I am like right around, talk about life expectancy. Um, I'm right around my life expectancy, right? Because I've spent my whole life in a chair, and
Yeah.
it's not the CP itself, it's the fact that I've spent my whole life in a chair, and
Hmm.
that has kind of consequences to it.
Yes. Yes.
And so statistically, I'm like right around, I'm within a year or two of how long I'm supposed to live.
Yeah.
Um, and which is what makes what's happening now with comedy like such a trip,
Hmm.
because I never saw this coming.
Yeah.
And but the fact that I get to do it and I get to entertain people and do all this cool stuff, but through it, I don't know, this is going to sound kind of sappy, but I want to also take the opportunity to say thank you. Like I've had a great life. I'm not saying that I'm
Yeah.
going to go tomorrow, but I
I
want
know
to
you.
take the opportunity while I
I know what you
can,
mean. Yeah.
while I can to be appreciative and to say thank you and be grateful for the life that I've had.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, and that's just so important. You have to
Yeah.
live
Inspiring
for
others.
today, you know? Um, that was a real hallmark moment, but it's
It
true. It's
is
true
true.
though.
It's 100% true. It's it's what you leave behind in your legacy and being.
That's exactly. Yeah, to me, I say this, I just did a interview for a documentary that's being done. And to me, this whole comedy thing is like proof of life
Yeah.
that I was here, you know? It's something that'll be here when I'm not.
Yeah. And it's a I I really respect you for doing this and everything.
I haven't mastered the stand up part yet, though. No, I'm sorry. I got to work in these bad jokes.
No, that's a good one. But yeah,
Actually,
it is all about like you're saying, family support system.
yeah,
That's what gets us to be able to live our dreams, and
yeah,
and it helps us. Like I say all the time, me and Andrew live independently in our apartment with Mark. You know Mark. He
Yes.
played basketball too. Yeah,
Yeah.
we all live together.
He always used to smirk at me after he scored.
Yeah,
How could
yeah,
I forget Mark?
yeah. We all live together,
That's
and
awesome.
like we got a dog. We pay our bills, and
Right.
some people take that for granted, and we just we love doing that stuff.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, that's like, um, yeah, when people ask me about working or other stuff, you know, it's not always about like a paycheck or something. It's
Yeah,
about the intrinsic value of doing something,
and being able to do
right?
that, I think.
And being able to do it and contribute. Like the fact that I get to do comedy and contribute in that way is is just a real blessing. I'm really thankful. Yeah.
Andrew, you're quiet. You're not talking. Questions on it.
How am I doing, Andrew?
You're doing good. How about this one? What advice would you give to other inspiring comedians, disabled or non-disabled?
That's a great question. Get out. Well, first of all, get out there and do it. You never know till you try.
Yep.
I think my story is an example of that. Tell jokes that only you can tell from your unique perspective, um, that are unique to you. Those are the ones that people are going to really remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and also realize that if it's something, if you try it and you say, well, this is something I really want to do, that's great. Go for it. But also realize that it's work. I mean, it's people think, oh, you get up there and just tell jokes and it sounds all fun, and it is fun. Don't get me wrong. It's an
Mm-hmm.
incredible rush to be up there and have people react to what you're saying and have them laugh. But there's a lot of work that goes into
There is. Yeah.
the behind the scenes part of it. In terms of the writing and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. But so just be prepared for that. But I guess the biggest thing would be just be yourself and tell only jokes that you can tell. If
Yep.
you make
That's
yourself unique, you'll go far.
that's how I see things. Good things take time. So
Absolutely.
if you want something to be perfect, you got to take time and just work at it every day.
100%.
Yeah. Like we wanted to
Yeah.
start this podcast, and I was procrastinating a lot, not starting it. And my dad's like, "You guys just got to start it. Just talk your first episode, and you'll get the hang of it." So we
Right.
started doing this, and we got kids. We got people from Australia that are watching us, that
That's
comment,
awesome.
and like, we love your
Wait.
podcast.
People in Australia are gonna see me.
Yeah,
Wow.
probably.
That's oh man. Thank you so much.
So we have a lot of like the community, muscular dystrophy community. They really
Okay.
follow me and Andrew, and they ask us all the time, "What are you doing another podcast?" A lot of the younger adults, or even adults that have Duchenne's that are older than us,
Sure.
love to hear our podcast. It says
That's amazing.
it gets them, it just makes them happy and makes them want to
Right.
just continue to live their life to the fullest.
That's awesome. And how does that feel knowing that you're having that impact for people?
It feels awesome because that's I feel like as I'm getting older, me and Troy, that's our calling on life is to inspire others. Yeah, inspire other just people. Help others and get people inspired.
100%.
Like
Well, I
even the people that have younger kids that are born with our disease right now see
right.
us living our life to the fullest, and it just helps them, gives them hope, gives them hope, and they're more comfortable with what's going on and everything.
Right. Right. That's so cool, guys. I'm very happy for both of you that this has come through and come together and that I
Yeah,
get to be part
and
of
that's
it.
what we want for this podcast, for just everyone with disabilities, different disabilities, or non-disabled, or maybe someone that they know who's disabled, to come on this podcast and just inspire other and just spread awareness with disability that we're all human beings, we just have that accessory of having a power chair or a barrier,
Right,
but needing help with more things.
right, right. But we're all at the end of the day, we're all the same.
Yeah, we're all
You know,
human.
I don't know if you'd use this, but one of the things I say to people, I don't know if sometimes people don't get this, but I'm like, if I asked you, I'll say to someone, if I asked you what your favorite book was, you might say Catcher in the Rye or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if I asked you what your favorite movie was, you might say National Lampoon's Vacation. I don't know, I'm making up
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Or when I asked you what your favorite food was, you might say spaghetti and meatballs,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or chicken pot pie or whatever.
Yeah.
And I said, if I asked you all those questions, you gave me those answers, and then I took away the use of your arms and legs, and I asked you the same questions, would your answers be any different? Wouldn't you
Uh,
still, do you know what I mean? Do you see what I'm
yeah.
trying to
Yeah. I
get
know what
at?
you mean. My
Like,
answers probably wouldn't be different.
right. My point trying to be like,
Yeah.
just because we're in a different physical situation doesn't mean that we're aliens from a different planet. We're
Yeah. We
still
find a
the
way. We
same
find a way.
people. Yeah, absolutely. Although I told that to somebody the other day trying to make that point,
Mm-hmm.
and she's a bit of a Weisenheimer, but she was like, well, I'd probably have to skip the spaghetti and meatballs. I'm like, you're not getting my point.
Yeah.
But
That's. Yeah. Some people
anyway,
don't get the point.
yeah. But
It's
yeah.
fine.
Um, well, guys, I really appreciate you having me on. What else we got
Yeah.
for questions, or are
I think
we
we've.
doing?
I think
Hold
we've
on.
answered mostly all the questions.
Okay.
Unless you have anything else you want to talk about, you can. I can add this question. Besides comedy, what are you passionate about? Like other things that you're passionate about?
Sure. Um, well, the comedy's really big right now. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
kind of the focus of my life. But I do still spend some time trying to advocate
Mm-hmm.
for the services that folks in our situation use.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, because we're in a time when, particularly here in our country,
Yeah.
where those things are shifting
Mm-hmm.
in terms of services that are available.
Yeah.
So I'm involved with some other people here locally,
Yeah. That's good.
trying to ensure that those important services remain available so that we
Mm-hmm.
can continue to, have the quality of life that we
Life.
do.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah.
other thing I'm passionate about. Yeah, that and chocolate ice cream, I guess, would be, yeah,
Yeah. Me and Andrew we've been just living independently for
that's
a
all.
couple. It's been, let's say, 5 years now.
That's awesome. Does it
Yeah.
seem like 5 years, or has it just flown by?
Just going by quick. Goes by quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing like okay for like care and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
attending care.
We have nurses that
Okay.
come in every day and help us out. We got
Right on.
our PCAs that come and do what we have to get done, help us with dinner, stuff like that,
So you have
clean.
like nurses in the morning and then PCAs at
Um,
night.
Nurses
I
are
don't
in
mean
the
to ask a
afternoon
personal
usually.
question. I'm always curious how people structure it.
No, you're fine. You can ask. Um, yeah, the nurses come in during the afternoon hours
Okay.
when, because that's seems like that's the time that we have to be toileted.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So it's a Tuesday. Okay.
yeah, Tuesday.
Okay.
um, and PCAs usually come in the morning, get us up.
hmm
We've been lucky with our staff. Like the guy that gets us up in the morning, he's been with us for about 10 years.
Wow. Yeah, the
So
guy that
he,
helps me out has been with me for 30. So
yeah,
yeah.
so that we get lucky with finding people because it is tough,
Yeah. Nowadays it's particularly tough.
especially living independently. But
Yeah.
for the first couple of years, we struggled. Yeah. Sorry, you hear our dog barking.
No, it's okay. What's your dog's name?
She's a mini Bernedoodle.
Well, what's her name?
Bella.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think one of the nurses came in. That's why.
Gotcha.
So
Oh, that's so yeah. So you've pieced it together.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I
it's
think
awesome.
this is. I think it went well.
We good?
Before we wrap this up, where can people find you in your work?
Oh, okay. This is my social media is not the, okay. Well, you can find me on Instagram on under ibotman86, IBOT 86.
Yeah, I can
Um,
write. I can. If you text me all that, I can
yeah.
scroll it across the screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then yeah, okay. So I'll just text you that, and then YouTube is just Scott Goyette comedian.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Well, guys, this was a lot of fun. Thank
Yeah, it
you
was
so
a lot
much
of
for
fun.
having me on.
Yeah,
Really, really appreciate
we
it.
appreciate you coming on and giving us another episode. This
Oh, it's a blast.
podcast is it's going pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations. It's great. I'm glad I get to be a small part of it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very
Well, it
much,
was
guys. Appreciate it.
nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you too. All
Have a good
right.
day. The rest of
Yeah,
your
you
day.
too. Nice.
Yeah. Bye.
Cool.
So, everybody, that was Scott Goyette. Um, pretty nice guy. That's the end of our podcast for today. Have a nice day. We'll see you next time.